All right.
Back a little bit.
Right out the gate. It's kind of the coolest thing ever to drive with the person that wrote your favorite songs and go to his favorite restaurant. You know?
Mm.
Have you gotten to do that with any of your favorites?
No.
Okay. Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I try to avoid people who are famous because they generally, like the heroes I've met, kind of let me down.
Well, someone used to say that to me all the time. Oh, never meet your heroes and all that stuff. But
sometimes that's not true, but it depends on when you meet them too.
Sure.
What art they're at. Usually, people who's most creative, they're pretty fucked up.
Well, that's the thing, you know. So if you met them on Tuesday at I met Mickey Dolenz randomly at a Pavilions.
Mickey Dolenz, the monkey.
The monkey, yeah. And I was like, holy shit, it's Mickey Dolenz, and he was in such a great mood. But maybe if someone else met Mickey Dolenz the next day, he might be in a bad mood. You know, it's just kind of how it rolls. In the 90s in high school, I was the lead singer / bass guitarist for the rock group Interference. I was searching for meaning, searching for something that was mine. Then I heard the opening riff to Santa Monica blasting out of my very lame travel agency boss Bob Madden's office, and just like that, I found Everclear. For the first time, I felt connected to something deeper, and in a lot of ways, their music saved me. On the next episode of the Slice of Life show, ArtAlexakis and I look back at the roller coaster ride in a quintessential guide to the band Everclear.
Okay.
I don't start with the big intro, so now we're starting.
Okay.
I have to say, the thing about Everclear for me is your songs greatly affected my life in moments of my life. There were things I didn't think I'd ever get past, and then I would hear an Everclear record or a song, and I interpret it to mean something for me.
Right.
And it's just so awesome to be here with you and to be talking to you because it's made a profound impact in my life.
Thank you for saying that. I'm glad it could be a positive thing.
One fun note is
okay.
You played a show at the Knitting Factory 20 years ago. It was like a solo.
Knitting Factory, LA?
Yep.
Solo with John Doe.
Yep.
With John Doe from X opening
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. It was more than 20 years ago.
I hate that.
It was 2002.
Dude, that's more than 20 years ago. Fuck.
It's 23. That's 24. Yeah. Yeah, and you were there?
Not only was I there, but you used to do a bit I don't know if you still do it, in the show where you would invite someone to play the little guitar.
The guitar?
I was the dude.
No.
I was the dude that night.
You play keyboards?
I played guitar a little bit, and then you showed me how to play it, but I knew how to play it.
But you were just doing the intro to
everything. Yeah. But then I did something that I don't know if you'll remember. There was a microphone on stage, and I was looking at the microphone. I was like, I'm going to sing backing vocal. I went for it, and I figured, they're going to throw me out. But you encouraged it. You were like,
sure. I just like having a good show, man. People, musicians seem to forget that we are entertainers.
Yes.
That's what we get paid to do.
Yeah.
Is to entertain people. And the best way to entertain people is to do things that are one of several things, but from your heart, do it well and be funny.
Yeah.
Find humor in anything. And it's funny to see someone come up on stage and do that. I would have, was I still at the place where I was having people doing interpretive dances?
No, but no, you did. There was no interpretive dances. Yeah. That's amazing.
I would usually make dudes do interpretive dances to Father of Mine. And some of them are fucking hilarious. Can I cuss?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Some of them are fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah.
Guy holding his baby and throwing his baby away. And I'm just like, you're not a father, are you?
This one I always thought you guys should cover.
Dude, this is one of my favorite songs of all time.
Always heard your voice singing this.
I hear you talking when I'm on the street. Your mouth don't move, I can't hear you speak. So,
Dude.
get this. So, I was at the MTV Music Awards in Burbank in '98, and this guy comes up to me and goes, "Hey, Art, I just wanted to introduce myself. I'm Mick Jagger." And I'm like, it's dark. I'm like, the fuck? And it's Mick Jagger. And he's there with his daughter, and his daughter's a huge Everclear fan. And we take a picture together, right? And
Mick Jagger asked to take a picture with you.
yes.
That's fucking crazy. That's amazing.
It's a true
That's
fucking
amazing.
story.
It's
And
amazing.
Dig this. So in 2005, we get asked to open 2 Rolling Stone shows, and we're the first band. The middle band is Metallica.
What?
And then
I
Rolling
remember hearing
Stones.
this lineup. It seems like the craziest lineup.
There was other bands. It was like Dave Grohl was like, "How did Everclear get that fucking good?" And so, and I'm just like, and I am such a dumb shit. I forgot that I had met Mick, and we're hanging out with the guys from Metallica.
Sure.
And they're super cool. And then every band, even Metallica, gets one picture, one shot, one try
With the Stones.
With the Stones. That's all you get. And I'm standing there next to Mick, and Mick's like, "It's really good to see you again. I'm glad you guys could do the show." I go, "I'm sorry, dude, I'm hallucinating. You must have met somebody else. Maybe you're thinking of Everlast." He goes, "No, I didn't meet anybody else." He goes, "We met at the MTV Music Awards. You took a picture with my daughter. She still has that picture in her room." I'm like, "Holy fuck." And I'm like, he's like, "Yeah." And blah, 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 blah. "If you ever want to do anything," I go, "Dude, if you ever want to re-record Rocks Off, I'd love to re-record that with you."
I know there's World of Noise, but
Right.
is the Juggernaut moment Santa Monica?
Define Juggernaut moment, because, I mean, World of Noise sold 100,000 copies before we got signed. I mean, to sell that many copies with no label support,
No internet, and you know
no
what I mean?
internet,
Yeah.
no radio, word of mouth. It sold just about 100,000, went over 100,000 because Capitol put it back out, but no hits off it. I mean, it was all steady climb. You know, I was older than the other guys, so I had been playing in bands since I was 16, sneaking into clubs in West LA and Santa Monica and Hollywood. You know, before I was old enough to be there,
Right.
I'd come on stage and play it, and then the guys would go, "All right, get out the back door, go." Yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
And so for me, it's, you know, once I got sober in 89, I was 27. And then I moved to Portland in late 91 when I was 29, because I had met a girl from Portland and she got pregnant and we were living in San Francisco, so we moved to Portland. I had a chance to make World of Noise for $400.
Yeah, this is fascinating.
It's a true
to me.
story.
Yeah, this is fascinating.
People go, "Well, you made that up." Like the whole Nirvana thing for $600. I go, "I don't know about them. I paid $400 for a 1/4-inch 8-track, a Fostex, the old Fostex, 8-track, 1/4-inch 8-track. And he gave me $400, and it was $10 an hour. So it was 40 hours. We had 12 songs.
And it just happened.
And we made it in 2 weeks after work. We all worked.
What was your regular job?
Oh, God, I was working temp jobs at that point. Yeah.
Like office stuff, or?
Yeah, I was doing graphics in Portland, just doing office stuff, making copies of the law firm, you know, putting books together. You know,
Literally the worst job.
Whatever. I mean, it was a job. You know, I didn't want to work. I wanted to play music.
Exactly. What about this one here?
Yeah, I wish I could go back.
Who's Esther? Who's Esther?
Okay, so this is true story. So after this song was a big hit in Portland, right?
Yeah.
And it was a hit in about 15 different cities, but a lot of stations wouldn't play it because of the word heroin.
For sure, I understand that. I guess. Yeah.
I remember I had these people come up to me and go, "Just want to let you know, we know Esther. We know Esther's family is really, really upset with you. How do you sleep at night?"
Oh my God.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Well, you're talking about Esther, having an overdose and calling her the heroin girl. I go, Esther, the name Esther is a biblical name.
Not a friend of yours.
There was a little Chicano girl in 6th grade that I had a kind of crush on. And her name was Esther. And that's the only Esther I've ever met.
I heard a policeman say just another overdose. Just another overdose.
I heard the policeman say,
Yeah.
just another overdose. When my mom went to the morgue, when my brother died of an overdose, my mom went to the morgue, and she's in there losing it because her boy is on a slab. That's her baby.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's cops coming. So what's going on over there? Oh, just another fucking overdose. My mom just walked up to him. My sister told me this. Walked up to him and goes, "That's not just another overdose. That's my baby. Do you have kids?" And the man goes, "Yep. That's my baby. You think I ever thought that was going to happen?" And the man the cop just started crying. And just breaking down. And my mom hugged him.
I loved your resilience too. That's like a thing about you,
I get that from my mom.
But you doubled down and just was like, I'm going to make this record. I'm going to spend $400. I know that this is what I'm supposed to do.
Well, it was partly that, and it was partly like, this was my last band. I promised my girlfriend, soon to be my second wife, mother of my eldest daughter, my eldest child, I'm doing one more band. The last band almost got signed. We got offers, and then they kind of went away. Not kind of went away. They went away, and it was a lot of heartbreak. And this was going to be my last band because I was 30. And at the time, 30 was old.
I know. Yeah.
In rock and roll. Really old. And so old that when we got signed 2 years later in 94 to Capitol, they told me that they were going to tell everybody I was 25 when I was really 32.
Oh my God.
Nah, you're not going to do that. I go, look, people are going to find out, and I'm going to look like an asshole, and I don't need your help to make me look like an asshole.
I could do enough on my own.
I got that part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not,
Yeah, I'm not going to have this age thing in the mix as well. Yeah.
I mean, when I got sober in 1989, I made a point that I wasn't going to lie about the things I was doing because that's what addicts do. We lie. Yeah, that's what addicts and alcoholics do. How you doing? If it's better, if I can get more out of you by being not good, I'm going to tell you I'm not good. If I can get more out of you by telling you I'm good, like acceptance or trust for you to leave the room so I can go through shit, yeah, I'm going to do it.
That's interesting.
I carried a gun.
Yeah.
I mean, I was bad guy in my late teens and early 20s. And when I finally got sober in San Francisco and then moved to Portland, I'm like, I'm not going to let other people find shit out about me. I'm going to say it first.
Well, I mean, you were writing about it too.
And I would write about it.
Yeah.
Well, people think that because my songs are so personal sounding that they're all autobiographical. I'd say a third of them are. A third of them are autobiographical. Father Mine, obviously.
Sure.
And we can get into some other songs, Learning How to Smile.
Not autobiographical.
Not autobiographical. But are there things that happened to me that, did I get busted for acid? Yeah.
To the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't selling it. I was buying it.
Okay. You were the wrong guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the wrong guy. I had hair down to here.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, I'd say another third of songs are songs like that where I take things from my life and build a composite character out of it. And I'll use artistic license, something that happened to someone else,
Sure.
something I wrote, something out of a book, whatever, and make a composite character. And then another third of the songs, I just write and tell stories. I create stories. And my job as a writer, if you can't tell the difference of where the song's coming from, then I'm doing my job.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a suspension of disbelief, right?
Sure. And is it conscious of you to say like me, I'm listening to Learning How to Smile and it's affecting me in its whole other way? Like, is that a part of it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I compare that song. I think that's one of the best songs I've ever written.
It is. Yeah. I mean, it's the one that I've attached to the most. Yeah. And Otis Redding as well.
Yeah. A lot of people, those two songs, those songs on that record that came out that way. Do you know a song by Bob Dylan called Tangled Up in Blue?
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Okay. That's kind of the inspiration of just this story of this couple going from here, abandoning their car, getting on a Greyhound bus, and making bad choices, but staying together.
Yeah.
And finally getting to the point where they're not that anymore.
Yeah.
And I love the romance of it.
So this is your spot.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I've been coming here. I've been running through these alleys, ditching school, dealing drugs, jumping over fences into girls' houses when their parents aren't there. Yeah, this is my neighborhood. We used to live way over there on Ocean Park Boulevard. I used to live up there on Ocean Park Boulevard. But this whole area here, especially Gilbert's, I went to school with all these kids that are running it. That their dads started this, I believe, in the '60s, the early '60s. I have to ask Jamal.
Yeah. Wait. So when you sing in Heroin Girl, we lived on Mexican food. Are we talking about Gilbert's?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. No one's ever asked me that, but yeah.
Yeah.
When I think of Mexican food as a kid, it's Gilbert's.
For sure. Right?
Yeah. There she is. How are you? Look at you. You look so great.
What was he like when he used to come in?
He was like the hottest, like
We went to the same junior high school and high school.
Uh-huh.
yeah.
John
And it was
Adams,
just
when it was
like-
junior high school.
Yeah, and it was like the gritty, and then the north side, and all the guys from the gritty got all the girls from the north side.
No doubt.
They were cool.
I remember like dating girls from the Palisades and from Malibu,
Yes.
and they would date me just to piss off their parents.
Exactly.
What was it like
Music,
after? Yeah, I was gonna say after Everclear became so big and whatnot. He still come here, right?
Yeah, all the
I've
time.
always come
He's
here.
always come here.
Why-
Let's go back though to Santa Monica.
Okay.
I still feel that riff is as identifiable as Satisfaction.
If you're a '90s kid, you know that song.
Where did it come from? Did it just?
I love staccato riffs. I like space.
Mm.
I've always like gun 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 gun, so you can hear the drums, you can hear other stuff behind it. I've always loved that. Still do, and I just started playing it. Just don't. I mean, if you had to compare it to something, I mean, there's the song "Fire."
Sure.
That Springsteen wrote for Pointer Sisters. Pointer Sisters, I think.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And don't, but that's a different cadence. It's don't.
Yeah.
And mine's all white boy. Don't. And I just like the space of it, and just started singing. And originally, we tried starting with the drums, and me starting singing over the drums, but it didn't work. And finally, we're like a half hour into working on the song, and I'm like, dudes, let's just do it like the song. Come in when you think you should come in, or I'll cue you when I think you should come in. And that's pretty much what we did, and we worked it out in a day. That song came together quick.
I mean, but when you heard that song, did you say, "Oh, this feels different than anything I've written before"?
No, I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. I like to think that as time went on, I was writing better and better songs. I
Sure.
was progressing,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it was different sounding than any other Everclear record,
Sure.
you know, song. I don't drink.
No.
I haven't drank in 36, going on 37
Yeah,
years.
you're like
But they make a killer margarita.
I'll have.
I mean, there are lines of people
Oh, you're so
coming for margaritas.
Yeah. Maybe we don't need to break it today. The street. For this.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
That ain't gonna take me out.
No.
No.
But you
People are like, like, what? You ever like a wine cooler? I'm like, I drink it. I drink anything.
Right. Yeah.
If you're gonna give me a drink and that's all you got.
Well, I feel like though today it's like it's a little bit better. It's a little cooler to drink mocktails and stuff. Like it feels like it's a part of our culture a little bit.
It is, and kind of the whole California sober thing, and people being sober. I just feel so much more alive when I'm sober. I get so much more done. My life is really making so much more sense now. How long have you been sober? About 2 weeks.
Yeah, I did dry January. I did 13 days, and I was like, no, I'm done. I cannot go through the rest of this month without having a drink. It's fucked up. I guess it's fucked up, but
Why?
I enjoy it. You know,
I like to drink.
I do.
That doesn't make you an alcoholic.
No, for sure.
Dude, alcoholics, real old school alcoholics, are a different breed of people.
Yeah.
We really are.
Yeah.
And I think a large part of it's genetic. I think a large part of it, I think it's both nature and nurture. You know, I think all the damage I went through as a young kid,
Sure.
abandonment, and all that stuff, I just didn't feel good in my own skin, and the dopamine.
It was alcohol at that time.
Well, yeah, until I started smoking pot.
And then it was pot. Yeah.
And I had an older brother that was shooting up in my room when he was 13, 14.
There's
Awesome. Hey, man.
No, but I just want to thank you, okay, for putting Santa Monica on the map.
Thanks, man. Well, I don't know
Okay.
that I did that, but okay.
No. Well, no, I have to give you credit. Okay, because the music of Everclear around here, it's still being heard. You have a following here.
What's your name?
My name is Hector.
Hector. Art.
Yeah, hi Art.
That's Pete. You know, man, I'm just blessed that I'm almost 64, and I'm still playing rock and roll for a living. Yeah, so I'm just.
Yeah, you had that blonde hair. And
I did. It's gray now.
So when did it switch? After Santa Monica became a hit?
Yeah, after Santa Monica.
They were like, oh, this is really great.
Knew it all along. Man, I knew you were going to be something. I'd have people come up to me at gatherings and parties and stuff. You know, I knew, you know, I used to work for blah, blah, blah label. And I go, no, I don't remember you, dude. I sent you a submission. You sent me a letter back saying I had no talent as a singer-songwriter and that I should probably just be a guitar player. And, oh, I never said that. I go, yeah. I'll show it to you. I have a phone book sized binder of rejection letters.
That's amazing that
I
you
kept them all.
Yeah. Do you still have them?
Still got them.
That's kind of fucking amazing, man. Yeah.
It's a little bit of a fuck you.
It's interesting when we go back to resilience. It's like this thing of, I feel like people like us that are driven and are not going to take no. We hold on to that fucking shit.
And I got judged for that in Portland. Oh, he's a careerist. He wants to have a career in music.
Yeah, well, what the fuck else are we doing here?
Fuck wrong with because these are all those kids that are mamby-pamby kids were all fucking trust fund kids.
Right.
They didn't have to do that. They could write just songs about demons and
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons and shit like that. Mermaids. There's one famous band from Portland that wrote a whole album, Mermaids, and I'm just like, okay, yeah.
But I mean, you had the aspiration or the want to do this thing globally, and all the things that most people would ever dream of doing.
Well, and also my sobriety, I shot out of sobriety like a fucking rocket. I felt like, okay, I got to do this. Time is now.
I couldn't fucking believe that I was sitting there eating Mexican food and drinking this incredible margarita with ArtAlexakis.
I either go for like a combination, like a cheese enchilada, beef taco, or I go for the carne asada.
That sounds so good. Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Because the truth is, while he's probably the most down-to-earth, real rock and roller I've ever met, his journey was never really easy, especially in Portland. There was always this weird relationship between art and the Portland music scene, and to be honest, it was pretty fucked.
Our Portland fans have been huge. They're not the hip wasaw.
Right.
They're not that one little thing of like the people that were booking the clubs. And when I got there and I sent my demo around, I couldn't get gigs.
It's fucked, dude. I don't understand that.
Well, it goes.
I'm sure there's politics and everything else involved in it.
Well, that and too, and there was a guy in a band there that everybody knew because they're all drinking buddies that had a thing for my girlfriend, later my wife, and she chose me over him.
That's it. Well, there you have it.
Read the Spin article.
Yeah.
When we were on the cover of Spin, it talks about him.
Oh, okay.
It talks about that whole thing.
Oh, I gotta read. I gotta read that.
And he said it's funny because the writer's talking to my wife about it because we were married and had a kid by that point. This after the hit, after
Santa Monica
Fe was platinum, and he's like saying something about this guy, and she just rolls her eyes and goes, God, I wish I never fucked that guy. I'm like, oh,
that's amazing.
That's the worst thing you could say to a man.
Oh, I understand, but he had it coming. So yeah.
He did have it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the cocktail. Let me try this. You said these are incredible, right? Well, you don't know anymore. You've heard.
I can't believe that they've changed it all. The food hasn't changed.
That's one of the best margaritas I've ever had.
It's just a margarita. It's a great margarita.
No, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why it would be so much better than all the other margaritas?
I don't know.
How did you know that you had the songs within you? When did that start?
Well, when my brother died, he had an acoustic guitar. It was actually a nylon string guitar, and my mom gave it to me because I'd been wanting to learn guitar. And she's like, I'll buy you 4 lessons. They were $5 a piece. It's a lot of money. And I'll buy you 4 lessons. And if you can play me something that sounds like a song, I'll buy you 4 more. She didn't buy me 12, so three sets of 4. Yeah. And the song I played for her was Good Times, Bad Times by Led Zeppelin.
Oh, I love that.
Dun, dun.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. And that's really all the lessons I ever had.
Which is crazy, because sometimes I hear you play
I'm not
solo.
very...
No, you are. You're a better guitar player than you give yourself credit for. I saw something last night.
I'm inventive.
I think you were on Conan, and there's so much energy back then of like the band at the height of all that stuff.
Right.
And I'm like, it comes to the solo, and I'm like, oh, he's gonna fuck it up because it's just like you're in it.
We're talking about Father of Mine?
I think it is Father of Mine.
It looks almost black and white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you nail the solo.
No, I was a better guitar player before MS for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
And playing and singing.
The ending of anything is never easy, but I always specifically wondered about the ending of the original lineup of Everclear. There was something special about Art, Craig, and Greg, something full of rage and identity. How did guys who seemingly have it all not make it work forever? The other thing I read recently, this is more controversy in your world, that I read I'm referring to it as Australia Gate.
Oh,
there's a whole...
The Disastour?
Yeah.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah. What is your... And I've read now interviews with everybody who was there, and like when I read it, I was like, no, Art is totally... If this is accurate, Art is totally correct. And that's that there's an argument on stage.
Well, first of all, we're not getting along because someone in the band is doing a lot of drugs and drinking. Wasn't me.
Right.
All
You're
right?
out.
And I'm a sober guy.
Exactly. So it's not you.
And I'm very frustrated with it. And but I like him. And then there's another guy in the band who's very mercenary at the time, great musician, trying to get more and more power away from me where they didn't have it because I owned the copyright to
And
the band.
also, this is your band.
It was my band.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you're on the other side and you feel like a side guy, you know, I get, and your ego doesn't match your what you contribute.
I got it.
Things get weird. So there was tension on that tour, and we've been touring nonstop. And because we had a hit with Sparkle and Fade, and then Afterglow was a big hit. We had 3 #1 singles off that.
And you would think that the group of guys would be like, holy shit, we're at next level. We're beyond what we ever could have imagined to have happened here. Let's be grateful and humble and move forward on this tour and enjoy the fuck out of this ride.
Yeah, but you know, you've
not
got
that
bands
easy.
that grow up together. These guys were 8 years younger than me, which now doesn't seem like very much.
No.
But when you're 24 and 32, and you're 32 with a kid, and you're an ex-drug addict, and you had done some time, and you know you're a different world apart from these 2 other guys who had not had a life like that.
Right.
The distance gets farther,
And it's all on your shoulders.
It is, and to be fair, I was sober. I wasn't using drugs or drinking, but I wasn't going to meetings. I wasn't working a program, so I was what we call in the program dry drunk, and mainly that came out from me just promiscuity, just having. I mean, I had women that look like the homecoming queen wanted to have sex with me. They didn't want to have sex with me when I was in high school.
Right.
So I didn't know how to say no to that, nor did I
It's
want
impossible.
to.
It's impossible.
And I was using sex as a drug. It creates
Interesting.
dopamine. And so I was doing that, and that was causing friction because I felt like the guys felt like they had to cover up for me and lie. They never told me that, but I'm assuming that. And, you know, it was just, I wasn't perfect. And no one was in this situation. And we were all figuring it out because we had never been popular before as people. We weren't popular people.
Yeah.
And now everybody liked us.
Yeah. It's like Bourdain says that things about like chefs are like they're the most you know what chefs are not famous celebrities. You would never imagine them. They're cooks in a kitchen. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then they don't aspire to be famous, and then all of a sudden there's a celebrity chef, and of course their shit's gonna come back to haunt them because, you know, not perfect. You know what I mean? Yeah.
They're cooking for a reason. They're not doing marketing.
They don't want to be on television and be famous, and people want their autographs. They just want to.
Most chefs don't look like Anthony Bourdain.
Sure, that's valid.
And they're not as clever and funny as him.
Yeah.
You know? But but I get what he's saying. Whereas, you know, I am an extrovert. And I like having feedback from outside. A lot of people don't. My wife doesn't. My daughter, oh my God. My youngest daughter, total extrovert. Eldest daughter, introvert. Weird.
It is weird.
Yeah. Well, different moms.
Yeah.
But so just all that dilemma in Australia just happened. We're playing a show. I'm playing something, I think I'm playing Strawberry.
Okay.
By myself. And it's just a couple of spotlights. Out of nowhere, this big boot, like, you know, like a Doc Martin, hits the mic, hits my mouth, rips my mouth open, blood's gushing out, breaks my tooth.
That's fucked up.
And I walk off stage and I'm like, fuck this shit.
Will you stop?
Craig stays on stage and goes, well, I want to finish the show.
Yeah. I mean, like, I read that and I was like, what the fuck? Like, Art's right. Like, this is wild.
And we got into
Of course.
A screaming argument about it. But then we went out and finished the show. And then he disappeared the next day and wanted to go home. And don't forget. So that happened. We convinced Craig to do 2 more shows, and we did a outdoor concert and someone threw a pipe bomb on stage.
Oh, fuck that, dude.
Seriously. They threw a pipe bomb, and the roadie went and grabbed this stage hand. I go, leave it alone. And it blew up in his hand. I expected to see
Yeah.
yeah, but Australians don't know how to make bombs apparently, because it just burned his hand.
Yeah.
And I met that guy, like, not this last tour, but the tour before last. He came to it. And I go, do you have any scars? He's not really.
Fuck, I wish you had at
Those
least
people
one to remember.
Those people are tough, man.
Yeah.
Even the girls, they're tough.
Oh, yeah. And you've been back and you've played and it's been great.
And oh yeah, we tour there every other year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a great following there. But then the next night, the last show, Craig got one of his basses stolen from someone backstage, and people found it. It was like a big festival with 40,000 people, and someone at the end of it, someone came on stage and said it, and these people were like, "Come get your bass. We found the guy," and they're just kicking the shit out of this guy. Women and men are just beating this guy up for taking Craig's bass.
Oh, fuck,
But
man.
then Craig disappeared the next day. He had a new girlfriend. He wanted to go home to her.
Yeah.
And he didn't like being on the road because I did everything in my power to him not having drugs. And, he just didn't want to be there. And
Was it hard?
this is all my
Perspective.
my perspective.
For sure.
And I'm sure they have different perspectives, and I respect that, but this is exactly how I remember it.
Oh, but I was gonna say, you're someone, if you've ever been online and there's like a meme to inspire people, right? There'll be a meme of like, so-and-so started at 40, so-and-so started at sometimes your name will be on that list of things. ArtAlexakis 32 made it with Everclear.
Really?
Yeah, like,
I've never seen that.
yeah, there's like,
I've seen the ones you're talking about where it looks AI generated.
yeah.
Like,
Oh, is that weird seeing yourself AI generated?
I've never seen a picture of me AI generated.
Oh, it's good. Well, and now
Have you?
after this, that's on. I have seen everyone, them and their younger self.
Oh, that? Yeah, and if they're dead, they have the angel wings. Some of those people, I'm like, they're not angels, dude.
There is no way in their life.
Nope.
No, but you are that person, like where people are very inspired by finding your path later in life.
I guess so. I don't know if 32 is really later in life, really.
Right. But you're 32 is.
For rock and roll, yeah. Okay, I'll take it.
Well, what? Okay, so my question is, one, what do you think of that? And two,
What do I think of people?
oh yeah, you being that inspiration.
I'm flattered, you know? I mean, look, I learned a long time ago, when I became a parent, if you're a parent, you're a role model. And a lot of men never accept that, especially older generations. But that I did, and as I became known because of Everclear and other things I did, I've taken that very seriously. Sounds good. We got the mics up and everything. This needs to be tuned up a little bit. It's starting to get a little flabby sounding.
When the guys left the band, was that harder than a divorce, or was it about the same? Or
I was ready for it. They actually, I went home for a day. We were touring on our 6th album, Slow Motion Daydream.
which is such a great underrated Everclear album.
Well, I appreciate it. I think that album's better than people give it credit for. But
New York Times.
I like New York Times, the TV show.
Oh yeah.
I like the song TV show a lot. And Chrysanthemum, Science Fiction. There's good songs on it.
Science fiction's real good.
Yeah. But I went home for a couple of days for my daughter's birthday. And during that time, Craig and Greg pulled all the crew together and the other bands from the tour and said, hey, the band's breaking up. We're breaking the band.
You had no idea this was happening.
No. And I get back and I was telling someone to do something. They go, "We don't work for you anymore. We work for Greg." I'm like,
No,
you don't.
Yeah.
Really? And then I got, and it was in Dallas. I remember that. I'm just like, motherfucker, really? And I'm just like, look, we got 6 shows to do. Get out of this tour, and then you guys are gone. And
dude,
and they're like, well, we're quitting. We're breaking up the band. I go, you're not breaking up the band, dude. I own the band name. I own the band.
you are the band,
The label didn't even want to sign them. They wanted my signature on it.
right?
They wanted me to do an agreement with them, which in hindsight, I should have done.
Totally.
But I didn't. I wanted them to feel like members of the band. And so
It sucks.
after
though.
that
Was
tour,
it harder than divorce, or was it easier?
It was hard in a lot of ways. It was hard.
Well, there's an identity wrapped in a band, right?
Well, there was. Look, through all that stuff, through all the miscommunication, I still to this day have love for Craig Montoya. He was the first guy. Him and my original drummer Scott were there from the beginning, and so I'll always
Like I saw you
have
reunited
affection
with
there.
Craig.
Huh?
You reunited with him.
Well, we talk.
That's cool.
And he comes out when we play,
Yeah,
and we get along.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Maturity.
And
maybe.
Greg too. Greg comes to shows. He lives in Minneapolis, and he's come to shows, and we get along great.
Yeah.
I had a guy from a record store up in Portland ask if I would do a 6-song set with
Craig and Greg.
yeah. I'm like, it's not gonna happen, bro. That was then. This is now, man.
It's cool that you're all like that. You communicate at least.
We communicate,
Yeah.
and we're civil and nice. I see him on Facebook. I like his stuff, and
Oh, that's nice. Like a like.
Craig's a good guy. And he met a wonderful woman, brought love and life to his life.
You can't ask for anything more, right?
No. And the best thing that happened to him. Yeah. Greg, I don't really know too much. I mean, I saw him in Minneapolis.
I saw he posted a picture with you and his kid.
Did him?
Yeah.
And his kid.
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago.
Yeah. But I will say that though, Greg was a great drummer.
Greg's a great drummer.
Like
He's a great drummer. He's really inventive, and he fit my music perfectly for where we were at that time.
Yeah. Like I mean, he definitely helped to create that Everclear sound in some ways.
He did. On those records.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But regardless of what you want to hear, I wanted people to have input, but if I didn't like it, it wasn't going on the record.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't a dick about it. It was just like, yeah,
But it's you. At the end of the day, it's like
it either works or it doesn't. That doesn't work, or that almost works. How about reversing that intro part, trying that, doing this and that, try that. Okay, that's close to it, but I like it. That's not exactly what I was saying, but it's close.
close enough.
Yeah, as long as it works.
What do you think of your new band? Well, they've been together for a long time.
Well, Davey's been with me 22 years in April. Freddie's 17.
Freddie's the coolest.
And Brian, like almost 11. So,
It's not really the new band. It's like the longest staying.
but people are always like the new guys. I'm
Yeah.
like, they're not the new guys. People are like, when are you guys gonna get back together? Never gonna happen.
There's no like OG reunion.
What am I gonna do? Push these guys aside who've been there for me every day?
I mean,
And
maybe
they
like
help me out with my MS. My MS gets bad, and they're helping carry my stuff, and they're taking care of me, and they're calling and checking on me. No, I'm not. I'm not doing that.
It's
and
a
they're
perfect
great
example,
musicians.
sort of like being young and thinking that like the two guys that left, that thinking that they know more or they're doing the right thing. And
They don't think that now. I
No,
mean,
now I'm saying now and then having the perspective of like,
fuck, we could have done this, this, and this, maybe, and rolled with it. You know?
Yeah.
There's a lot. I'm sure there's a lot of.
It's a mess. I remember before that happened a couple of times me bringing it up that we should get into therapy as a band. And
That's a fucking TV show right there.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I'm a certified master life coach. You know?
Are you really?
Yeah, I think every band should have a life coach.
The thing that this is very interesting to me because one of the albums I want to talk to you about is songs from an American movie, and I was just watching you on something last night, and you told the dude that at the time of that record, you thought about maybe not calling it an Everclear record.
That was a solo album. No, it started as a solo album. Mm-hmm. There's tapes of it in Capitol that I turned in as a solo album that was much more R&B. I was listening to Timbaland and Missy Elliott and Fountains of Wayne. I just listened to weird pop and R&B and hip hop, and I wasn't listening to metal.
Right.
Which Craig's a metal guy. Greg's a like weird alternative guy. He grew up with a lot of English bands, which I never liked because I grew up in the LA punk scene where English bands were bad.
Right.
Yeah. They're not, but they were at the time. You know, from my perspective as a kid, the band X was like my favorite band in the world.
So it was going to be a solo record.
It was going to be a solo record because we're getting done with touring. We had gone through Australia. We did a European tour without Craig, an English tour without Craig. And then finally Craig calls me and goes, "Can we talk?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And, you know, what's it going to take for me to come back? I go, "Just come back. Let's go."
But you have instincts.
What do you mean?
You have instincts. Like I feel like when you're a very instinctual person. So, you know when a song's good. And,
I love Craig.
No, I know that. But like there had to be a part of you that was like, I can make songs from an American movie right now, and I can move on and just be ArtAlexakis and figure out who's going to play with me, or.
Oh, no. Yes. And I had that ego, but I was also in a place where I was writing really good songs.
Really good songs.
And
it's the most special record that for me anyway. I love, don't get me wrong, I love so much for the Afterglow. I was driving down the Jersey Shore once. I told my sister.
So you're a Jersey boy.
Yeah, originally. I was like, this is the greatest album ever made. That's so much for the Afterglow. I was like, there's not a bad song on the record. I was like,
I don't think there is.
It's the perfect album. Like there is not a song.
Very low cringe effect.
Yeah.
Artists, when you make music or art or something, you look at your early stuff, sometimes you kind of cringe. You go,
okay, wait.
There's very little cringe.
What's your cringe song? Your Everclear cringe song?
It's actually on that album.
What?
You're going to get mad.
What is it?
Unemployed Boyfriend.
I'm sitting at the unemployment office, waiting on my loser of a caseworker in one of those nasty chairs, when from out of nowhere, this
No. Dude, wrong. That's a great song. I'm sorry.
It's not a great song. And it's got my ex-wife on it.
I know.
Sounded like a Valley Girl.
Oh, is that who that is? Yeah.
Yeah.
The phone call?
That was number 3. My mom meets her, and she's like, "Oh, I get it, boy." My mom's from North Carolina. I get it, boy. She pretty. I get it. She got a figure on her. And I'm like, "Well, what do you think of her as a person, Mom?" And you know, I expect her to go, "Well, hell, I just met her. I don't know." She goes, "Do you really want to know what I think about her?" Like that. And I just, you know, I get those.
You don't want to know, though.
Yeah. Oh no. And I go, "Yeah." You know, I'm not going to back down. She goes, "Well, baby, I think that pretty girl over there is dumber than a bag of hammers and meaner than a bag of snakes, and she's going to try to take you for everything you got."
Fuck.
She didn't try to take me for everything I got. So my mom would call her the trophy wife. Now I think she's doing really well. She went back to school, and she's got kids, and she's happy, and God bless her. And I'm glad that relationship didn't work out because I met my wife, Vanessa.
Yeah, it's interesting how that happens, right? But when you were going through making that record.
Well, I was coming out of my marriage from Jenny, my second wife, who I was really in love with, and we had a baby, but then fame happened, and we didn't handle fame well. I didn't. She didn't.
Okay, I understand what you did that didn't handle
I cheated a lot.
But what could she have done that would have handled fame incorrectly? I'm curious about that. Like not being cool with it or understanding of
just calling me on my shit more and just like I don't know. I think we both just retreated to places. She spent time with other people and I did and
you just grew apart maybe
we
because
grew apart
of it.
And she met someone on the internet and she's still with them.
Well,
that's
good for her.
Yeah.
It's another happy story. Yeah.
Well, for her.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, but I mean, it's good for you too, because you had to get out of that problem.
But it was hard. It was hard. There was a lot of heartbreak, a lot of betrayal on both sides. And, you know, I'm writing the album. If she wrote an album, it would probably look different.
Interesting.
You know?
I hear you.
And it wouldn't necessarily be disingenuous. But from my perspective, you know, I worked on that album as a solo record. The one song I hadn't written, so I turned the record in, the solo record. It wasn't done yet, but I'm like, I turned in what I had, and the label, my A&R guy loved it. He goes, and he played it for my manager, and I hadn't played it for my manager at the time, and my manager played it for Craig and Greg. And all of them showed up at my house without calling to convince me to make it an Everclear record.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, I've referred to your instincts or whatever. At that point, you probably saw two pathways.
Yeah, I wish I hadn't done it.
You made an Everclear record.
Well, that's not true. I wish I had done it. I wish I had made it. I think that was the right call to make. What I wanted to do with that record is I wanted to make it a double record, like a double
school
album.
Yeah.
Old school double album.
I love it. Yeah.
Heavy stuff, soft stuff, just kind of like, you know, all my favorite bands, their fourth album is where it came together. Led Zeppelin, right? You know, so many bands.
Even Exile on Main Street's a double. The Stones, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's one of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah.
And my manager at the time convinced me to make it into 2 albums because we'd get out of our publishing deal and we'd get out of our label deal and we'd have to renegotiate. And I was like, yeah, but I don't want to do that. And he'd be like, man, you can write anything. You know, he's building me up.
Doing the thing he's supposed to do, I guess. Yeah.
Well,
very
not
good at
really.
It. Yeah, he's very good at it, what he's
supposed
doing.
To take care of me.
For sure.
But he wasn't. He was using me. And my ego fell into it.
Of course.
And I think there's good songs on both records. The first one is way stronger than the second record. But I think as a double album, it would have
been incredible.
So what I want to do in 2030, that's going to be the anniversary. That's going to be the 30th anniversary of both those records. I want to go back and make a double album.
Please do
from
that.
Those songs.
Yeah.
And there's other songs that show up later in different ways that on different albums and that I have demos of or I just re-record.
Yeah.
You know, and I want to do that.
I mean, the thing,
and put that out.
It's kind of a concept record, that album too. Would you say that?
It sure feels like it.
Yeah.
I don't know what the concept would be.
Right. Yeah. But it feels
divorce.
Like there are themes that are going on for sure, right?
Absolutely. It's definitely telling a story.
Yeah.
You know, it starts with
Here we go again.
Here we go again. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's Chuck D. I got Chuck D to go, here we go again on it.
Yeah.
You know, we sampled it rather.
Oh, on that album, the songs from American Movie, like you definitely gave them like the freedom to be a part of that record. There's like the honeymoon song.
Well, so the honeymoon song was Greg. You know, he had gotten married when that was still a solo record. you know. And then when we were looking for songs to add, and I wrote Wonderful, because Wonderful hadn't been written yet. I wrote Wonderful. And Greg was like, he had bought a cheap ukulele on his honeymoon in Hawaii. And he learned 2 or 3 chords, right? It came with a little card that said the C, G, B, you know, whatever. And he just futzed with it, and he wrote the chorus. You know I love you, baby. And so he brought that to me, and he had 1 verse. I'm like, you gotta write another 2 verses. I arranged it, and I recorded it without the ukulele, without him singing it, with just acoustic guitar, and I did the slide guitar, and the background vocals are mostly me and Craig, and Greg's in there a little bit. And then he came and sang it, but my producer at the time, or co-producer, engineer, Neil Abron, who went on to be a huge mixer and producer, he's like, it just doesn't sound strong. He goes, I want you to go sing exactly like Greg in the choruses. So if you listen to the choruses versus the verses,
I know it.
My voice is there. Probably more than 50%.
For sure. In the studio, I said that you have instincts. Do you think that that's true, that you have instincts?
Yeah, I'm very gut driven. Yeah.
Like, you know when...
I think most real artists are.
For sure.
And I used to not like when people talk about musicians as artists. I thought it was pretentious, or especially when they talk about themselves. But really, you're creating something from nothing. I take ideas from my head and make records, makes a physical thing out of it.
Yes. But it was interesting for me, that record, because like I had a lot of bitterness and an issue with my father, and like I always knew I wanted to do what we're doing right now, like a film person and interviews and all that stuff. And there was a moment,
documentaries,
all that, and there was a moment in my life where I wanted to go to school to do that, and like he just stopped it. You know what I mean? He didn't get it. He didn't understand. He wanted me to go work at like this little travel agency. They had a great film program, TV, radio program, and I was so stoked to do it. And I wasn't a great student. I was fucking around. You know what I mean? So the idea that this school was gonna like take me and they saw some promise in me was a huge fucking deal for my life.
Right.
And so we're sitting in that office, and my dad just went on a whole riff about him. He doesn't have good grades. So my whole life, I carried that bag of rocks, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
And it wasn't until I heard Learning How to Smile, because at that time in my life, I was with my girlfriend at the time, who was turned into me my wife, and I started to like literally feel it was possible
to do what you dreamed of doing.
Do it, that and to learn how to smile based on everything that what had happened in the past. And like that's my song. I mean, I know the whole, you know, where they drove and all that stuff and selling hats to the wrong guy, but the general idea of that, finding your way.
Yeah. That's what it's about, is finding your way and finding your people and finding your person.
Yeah.
You know, and finding you and doing all that. It's like, and that's the one thing I always loved about Tangled Up in Blue. You know, it's like we parted on a road. I worked for a while as a cook up and then one day the axe just fell. You know, and then went to Delacroix, Louisiana, and worked on a fishing boat, and you know, and to me, I didn't understand those things. Those things weren't part of my life. But selling acid to the wrong guy, you know, having a girlfriend doing phone sex.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
you talk about that a bit on that record, so that must have been something that was going on.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I mean, if you're a musician in the '80s in LA, and you're dating strippers, and doing a lot of drugs, someone's doing either phone sex or telemarketing for
sure.
You know,
exactly.
You know, I don't know if you ever tried to do the telemarketing.
I did the telemarketing as a part of my. Well, that was the whole thing. I would be wound up
You'd be in a room with like bunch of like out of work musicians and strippers, basically.
Yeah, and all like selling a little book of coupons or some shit.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You're really gonna need this book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was like that drove like was a part of the bitterness too, because like I wanted to do the shit that I wanted to do, and I'm in a fucking room selling a little coupon book, and
you're blaming your dad.
Partly, it's my fault too, because I should have just gone and done
It's
the
your
fucking
fault
thing.
too.
It's more my fault than his
At
fault.
the end, it is.
Yeah, it took me a long time
It takes
to
a while
realize.
to own that, doesn't it?
I hate even saying it right now again.
That's powerful, man.
We are good now. Did you, when you wrote Father of Mine about your dad?
Yeah.
Did you ever? How did that play out after that came out?
Well, I remember he heard about it through one of my stepsisters because, after my mom left him because he was abusive and not a very nice guy.
I didn't have that with my dad for clarity.
He went to Florida and married someone else and raised their kids, And, he was like, well, I heard you wrote a song about me, son. I hope you did me proud. And I go, well, Dad, I was honest.
No.
And then I didn't hear anything about it for years.
Yeah.
And he passed away about a week before David Bowie did in 2016, I believe it was. And I remember, and he had called me from his hospital bed like 2 weeks before, and I put my daughter on and stuff like that. And it's funny because he called me like he called me, I forget what year it was, but it was after the band had broke up, and my dad's like, look, son, I want to have a relationship with you, and I want to know your daughter, and I want to be a part of your life. And I'm like, Dad, if you want to do that, my mom is dying of cancer. Call her and let her talk. Let her say the things to you that you never give her a chance to do. And listen. If you can do that and she tells me you do that, I'll be on a plane the next day with my kids. And we'll come and we'll start working on a relationship. He's like, absolutely, son. I'm going to call her right now. Give me the number. I'm going to call her right now. We're going to do this.
He didn't call her.
No. So when my dad died, I felt sad, but I didn't really know him very well because he left when I was 6. I met him 6 years later when my brother died. He came to town and was kind of a dick. And then that was when I was 12. When I was 15, I got in trouble with the police, one of many times. And my mom just sent me there and then called them and told them, I'll be at the airport. Go pick him up. He's yours for a while. I need a break. I just had cancer. And my mom did. And you need to deal with him. So I lived with him for about 5 months. And then I came home. And I didn't really know my dad. When David Bowie died, and I'm a Bowie fan, but I'm not like a Bowie freak fanatic.
Understood.
But he gave me so much. He gave me the license to be a freak, to be a weirdo, and to be my own glorious self.
Sure. Yeah.
My dad never gave me that. David Bowie gave me way more. I cried when David Bowie died. I was broken up because I knew he died of cancer, and I've seen people die of cancer.
Sure.
My mom, and it's not a good way to die.
Right.
And so I had heartbreak from that, not so much from my dad, but I was glad he was at peace. But I mean, he was a week shy of being 94.
Wow. Yeah, he lived a good life.
He was okay.
Yeah, he did okay.
He did okay.
Yeah.
And he had his own damage and his own abandonment by his own father. I mean, this stuff doesn't happen in a vacuum.
For sure.
It's cyclical.
Do you think that songs, there's two like schools of thoughts, right? Where there's like Keith Richards' thoughts, where it's like they're in the sky and then they just you find them and you pull them in and it just kind of happens.
Sometimes
And then there's more of the Mick where it's like you thought it all out, you wrote it all out, you came up with the song, and both are true.
Yeah.
Was Father of Mine?
I mean, Well, Father of Mine came from,
Did you pull it from the air or?
no. I had been working on the riff for a while, kind of put it in my back pocket. And one night, I'm watching my daughter sleep, and she's like 4 or 5. And I'm sitting there going to my wife at the time, to her mom, I'm like, how does a man walk away from that? I just don't understand how you can find the wherewithal to walk away from a child that is yours, that you brought into this world. And she went to bed, and I went to my we had one of the guest rooms is my study, and I'd write there and work on stuff, and I just stayed up all night and just worked on it. And I basically had it mostly the next day, and then about a week later, I kept working on it and finished it, and I haven't played it for the band yet. And I was in LA. I went into Capitol and saw my A&R guy, Perry. I was a 45-year-old Brit, very staid, not very emotional. I go, well, I got the song called Father of Mine that I've been working on that I'm not sure it fits on the record, but you want to hear a little bit of it? He had an acoustic guitar there. I'd love to if you feel up to it. So I started playing it. The door was open. And you know it's a round building, right?
I wanted to move to LA because I saw that building.
Really?
You know what I mean? Because it's just like, you don't see that.
It's so iconic. I play him the song, and I finish it, and then I look up, and he's like doing this. He goes, that's amazing. And before he starts talking, we hear this sound from outside where the secretaries are. And there's 3 young ladies hugging each other, crying. That's the best song and the saddest song I've ever heard. And they're just like losing it, sitting on his assistant's desk. Perry looks at me and goes, it's definitely making the record if it's doing that to people.
Well, even the situation I just told you about my dad, I don't know what was going on with my mom and him at the time. Like, I don't know if she was like, I don't want him to leave, or I have no backstory or information on any of that.
You never got that from either of
No,
them.
in fact, if I bring it up,
Are they still alive?
they're still alive. If it comes up, they deny that the event even took place.
But they were married.
No, that this incident at college happened.
Oh, really?
They're just like, oh, you just decided not to go. I was like, in
Your dad
what
said that?
fucking world do you live?
Was your mom there in the room?
Yeah, and she like agreed with it. Like, that's the story. Like, I'm like, that's the story that you tell yourselves. But yo, that is not. Why would I carry that bag for so many years if that's the way it played out? You know, but it's fucked. You know.
Well, you know, I'm just gonna say,
Yeah.
and I learned this for me is, you know, there's an old proverb of like, you know, pain, you know, is something that's going to happen. If you punch me in the face, that's going to hurt. I'm going to have that pain. I'm going to react to it one way or another. But if I just keep carrying it around, fuck Pete, man, he hit me in the face and didn't say anything and blah, 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 blah. I own that. That's suffering. That's a choice.
Well, what I'm saying is that record, Songs from American Movie,
Helped you.
Learning How to Smile,
With
and
the
Otis
suffering.
Redding. Yeah.
Well, thank you. It helped me too. I wrote that record as catharsis, man. You know, I wrote that record to get a lot of demons out of me, and I did. And you know, it's like I love that record.
Well, and while you
And
don't,
I'm very grateful to that record.
while you don't love the song that we talked about, Unemployed Boyfriend, in a way,
I know people love
the
that.
lightheartedness of that.
Yeah.
Does actually work. It does actually create a little bit of space.
I get it. And you know, there's truth there. There's truth there of like a girl. When I was living in Orange County, I worked at a restaurant, at a hotel, and as room service. I was the room service captain. This is in '84 before I overdoses and stuff like that, and I had to leave my job. But there was this other side, the banquet people, and she was a banquet girl, right? She worked for the like events.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
You know, at a
Weddings
at a
or
hotel.
whatever. Yeah.
Exactly. And every time I'd see this girl, my heart would stop. And when I left that job, I went to unemployment, and she was there.
Oh, that's crazy.
And I still couldn't talk to her. I was still so freaked out. I couldn't talk to her. And
so that's where that song came from.
Yeah. And it just like, I was able to act in that song like I wish I could in real life.
I love that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, well, now I like it even more. Now that you shared that version of it,
But I guess what I don't like about the song is just the thing you like about it, the whimsy. Stephanie, my ex-wife, talking, and I told her to talk like a valley girl, so she did a good job. Every time I hear that song, I'm just like,
so even on the deep cuts,
it's not gonna be there. Sorry.
I love it.
Oh fuck no.
Do you remember when we were strung out? Taking top running back and rolling the street. I would get so lost in your basement.
What's the Everclear song that you're gonna listen to? You know what I mean? For me, it's Otis Redding. When you say I don't want to be wasted, do you mean it wasted like I took it as wasted like in life, like I don't want to be forgotten about or not.
It's both. It's both. I don't want to miss a thing. I don't want to be stoned out. I want to be me. I want to be connected. And I don't want to, by being wasted, that whole term of being wasted, you're just wasting time. And time's precious, man.
That's true.
Everything's precious.
One of the greatest things that ever happened in my life was that ArtAlexakis came and played my 10-year wedding anniversary party. Everclear was a massive part of our story. The concerts, the years of eating top ramen, macaroni, and cheese together. It was a total identity for us. Having him there playing those songs, specifically the song that I proposed to, felt like this weird, perfect moment in time.
I've been married for almost 30 years to 4 different people. The fact that you can be married for 10 years, I've been with my wife now for 11 years, so God bless you.
But as I sit here now telling the story, the reality is marriage takes work, real work. And as I'm turning 50, like a lot of people, you start looking at your life differently. You start asking yourself the big questions. What does the second half of my life look like? Aspirations change, people change, relationships change. And Art's been through all of that shit.
As you've been through this a few times in different variations of divorce. I'm sure that each one of them has their own storyline.
Yeah.
What is it that makes it so hard? Keeping it all together.
Keeping a marriage together. People change, man. People grow. It's hard to grow together. It's hard to grow. It takes work. It takes therapy. It takes really, really buying into like and being able to, for one thing, it takes honesty and people to do the right thing. People fucking around in a marriage, it's probably going to end. Even once. It doesn't matter who does it. And a lot of people delay it. I've heard people say that didn't do it. Okay. And there's people who have polyamorous marriages. Okay.
Open marriage is big now. Right?
Yeah, well, that's polyamorous, right? That's like having other people.
I don't think that's marriage, though.
It's not marriage. Not to me.
No,
but then again,
to them it's great.
I'm between Gen X. I'm in that gray area between Gen X and Boomer. So we probably have a lot of the same beliefs.
For sure.
A marriage is a commitment and it's forever.
And you look at people, when I see people that are together, like my parents are still together. They're together, 40, 50 years, whatever. I mean, I look at that and I'm like, that does not seem attainable in this day and age. Like to be able to be there's a lot of people that do it, but I think it's fucking hard.
Dude, it's hard. I learned, I can make light of it, like go figure. If you don't have affairs and you don't sleep with, 100 women a year, and I was sleeping with over 100 women a year.
While married.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was always married. Always wanted that safety place, right?
Sure.
I always wanted what I didn't have growing up. I wanted the picket fence and 2.5 kids and a beautiful wife and all this stuff. But I still wanted the dopamine of being an addict and an alcoholic. And the best way to do that, I mean, it was just getting thrown at me. I'm not that good looking of a guy. And it was like girls who were way out of my league were throwing it at me, and I wasn't going to say no. But I didn't understand what commitment meant. With my wife now, she taught me. She was an old soul when I met her. She was 20 years younger than me, but she was more mature than me and smarter than me and still is.
Yeah.
And she taught, and more and kinder. She's really kind.
Well, what is making this one work?
Work. And just to be honest with you, we have made each other laugh, I think, every day that we've ever been together. Although
That is so spicy and so good.
you're such a sissy.
Yeah.
That's not that spicy. That is not that spicy. It's really good though. Nice flavor.
You said time is precious, and I'm 50 and I'm freaked out about it. You're 64. Are you freaked out about it? Do you get to a place of like, I'm so happy I'm 64? Oh, you're the Beatles. You're the Beatles song when I'm 64.
I know. I was singing that to my wife the other day.
Yeah.
Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? I like how he does that at the end.
Yeah.
How do you want to be remembered? That's a question I've been asking everyone.
I don't think about shit like that.
I know. That's why it's a
I
question.
hope people think of me as a good American songwriter, singer-songwriter that had an itch. You know, I just hope that I can work long enough to leave enough of a financial legacy for my family, and that it means something someday.
I think I will remember ArtAlexakis for the profound impact he made on my life. His music helped redefine me. And now I think I'll remember him as a guy who always showed up for his people, his fans, in a very meaningful way. This guy I knew, Clark Mayer, used to always say this thing to me while hitting his vape. You should never meet your heroes. You were wrong, Clark. You should always meet your heroes. Because if they suck, you should know that too. Thankfully, ArtAlexakis is the shit.
I talked to an older person who was like, "Oh, I'm good." Like, we're like they were 80, and they're like, "I don't want to hit 90."
No, I hope you live another 14 years.
Yeah, no, me too.
Me?
Yeah, do you think?
I'd like to hit 80.
Yeah, same.
I'd like to hit 80.
That feels like a good number.
I think 80 is a good number. 75 is a good number. I'd be cool with 75. You know?
It would be great. You know, it would be great to hit that number. You know, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Well, 75 is only 11 years from now.
You got that.
We'll see. See, I don't know. Are you a sports fan at all?
I'm a baseball fan.
Or what team?
Well, I'm a Mets fan, New York Mets fan. Yeah.
I'm sorry, but